Welcome back to Character Select. Dave, Tyler, Mal, back for more Return of the Obra Dinn, where we're going to find out why the heck this guy had to be hung and shot at sea.
I think it was just hung. But, you know.
Mal?
Oh, no! They hung him up and then shot him, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a little excessive. Like, just either shoot him or just hang him. One of the two. Don't...
Well, they didn't, like, hang him by the neck. They hung him up so he would be an easy target, so that they couldn't miss him or whatever.
Well,
and I also assume so they didn't hit the ship with their bullets or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that's why, but it's like, my God.
The most messed up pinata in the world.
I know. Also, your watch is freaking out, my dude.
Hok Seng Lao, you have been found guilty by self-confession of the murder of Nunzio Pasquale.
Alright, so we know who did what.
By confession.
Of this ship, and by the authority of the East India Company, and thus the Crown of England, I sentence you to death by firing line. Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
Right, sir. Ready, men. Aim. Fire.
Ah!
Okay.
So
we
first
know who
things
that
first,
guy is.
Mr. Wolf is this
You're
guy.
Mr. Wolf. Who I'm assuming is the gunner.
Yeah. So we will get to that because otherwise it's going to go into something else.
But we know his name. We
Hok
know
Seng
the
Lao.
name of the guy he supposedly killed. He confessed to killing someone.
Monkey.
But Miss Lim is very convinced that no, he did not.
Yep.
He did nothing wrong.
I think this guy's the gunner's mate.
Well, why don't you check the thing?
I will. Don't worry.
Also, check where the bullets are coming from. Because one of these
Only
people actually
one
hit
hit.
him.
It is...
Well, you're about to go back
This
forward
guy.
in time.
So
This
he was
guy hit
killed
him.
by that guy.
Brennan. No shit.
The rest of you guys are really bad shots.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why they have multiple guns on the firing line, Tyler.
Well, I thought it was more that they pack like blanks into like
Well,
a random amount of them.
It's part that, so you don't know who actually killed him, like to prevent guilt.
Well, right.
So you have multiple people on the firing line, so it's not like this one dude killed this guy. It's like you don't know who actually killed him.
Right.
It's just a psychological thing. And I'm not sure if they always have blanks. Sometimes they're all loaded. I mean, because you do want the dude to die.
Well, that's why
Wait.
you have like 15 dudes and like half of them are blanks or whatever. That guy's Nunzio Pasqua.
Why did you die?
How did you die?
But also
bef-
mark down Wolf
Yeah,
or whatever.
We'll get in there. I just want to make sure that this goes through first.
Dead man. Alright. So...
Life at sea. This guy.
the dude who's pointing. That guy.
That
Mr.
guy.
Wolf. Christian Wolf, the gunner. So I'm
Solve all fates in Chapter 1.
3 more fates correct, and you got an Achievo!
Yep.
Oh, boy.
The reason we got an Achievo was because we
That
figured
guy.
that guy out. Only one actual crew death in Chapter 1.
Oh, okay, I see. And then it's like... 3 more are correct. I'm glad that this game, like, literally tells you, yeah, you got it right. Because if it just left it ambiguous until
But
the
it only
very
tells
end...
it only tells you every 3, which is kind of key.
Well, if it did it every time, you could just brute force it.
Well,
Since
yeah.
it does it
Yeah.
every 3, that's important, and I like that touch. I like that's how they do it.
Let's see what else we got. This unknown soul was speared by a terrible beast. But we can
It's
we
when
know
they were
who
on
this
the
is.
water. No, we don't.
Do we know who that is?
No, he's one of the midshipmen.
He's one of the top men.
Uh-uh.
Huang Li, Li Hong, or Wei Li, because he speaks Chinese. They say strange things about monsters.
And then he's murdered.
So we kind
By
of
a
know
monster.
who that is. I'm just going through to see what else we've got here. This unknown soul was spiked by a terrible beast.
Like you do.
Where is he? He's also one of the top.
I don't
Are they
think
all?
those guys are top men.
No.
No, they're
The
not.
top men are up at the top of the portrait up there.
Right. So,
So they're just like seamen.
this is your fault. The shell must be protected. We will all die.
Maybe, well,
Way too many.
He's got to be. He's got to be a top one.
Well,
because we have 3 Chinese people, an Englishman, and a Russian. That black man is none of those.
why is Nathan Peters not crossed out?
Because we haven't, like...
But no,
Marked
shouldn't his name at least have a slash through it since he was... Or no, Nathan Peters was the guy who said, "My brother, you..." So, that dude was clubbed by Nathan Peters.
Yeah.
Unknown
But
topman was electrocuted. Hold on.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he's a Chinese topman. We don't know who he is.
Did we mark down that the Dane was clubbed by Nathan Peters?
Yes, we got that
Okay.
correct.
Okay. That's right.
We just
we
haven't
haven't-
actually
that's right.
identified Nathan Peters yet.
Well, it's not that. It's that we haven't, like, correctly gotten Nathan Peters' death.
Right.
Well,
So he's not, like,
shouldn't
locked
us-
out of the list.
Shouldn't us identifying him on the portraits already
No.
put a line through him?
No, yeah, until he is written down in the book, like,
As
inked
something
into
happening.
the book, then, no, like, if the name is in the book, like, one of the names, like how they died or whatever, then you can't change it anymore. So they take it off the list.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about where it's got a line through it. Like, because Nathan Peters was one of the dudes... Well, I don't know, was he one of the dudes on the boat? I think he was.
Yeah, because he clubbed the guy and then
Yeah,
ran
no,
away.
So it was... Go back one more page, Dave. That guy. That was him, right? I'm pretty sure that was Nathan Peters. He was drowned by a terrible beast.
A horrible beast. Well, we'll see, won't we?
I'm pretty sure that was Nathan Peters. That was the dude who clubbed the other guy, right?
Can you see at the end of the Doom
Mm-hmm.
where there, like, maybe we can see what happened to Mr. Dalton there? Like, is he on the wheel?
At the Doom?
And if so, what happens to him?
He disappeared in the Doom. So you
He
can
wasn't
go...
on the he wasn't on the, like, lifeboat or whatever that was sunk.
No, he wasn't.
He was not.
I would imagine he was
So-
up by the ship's wheel.
He's
During
in the Doom Part 8, which means
Yeah.
that's where we need to go.
Yeah.
We'll get to you, Nunzio
Pasqua.
Pasquale.
That's on the
Pasquale.
Doom.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, it is part 8.
Yeah.
So check him by the wheel. Nope.
Nope. But we
But
do
that
know
guy
that he got
definitely
crushed by a
drowned.
beast or whatever.
Or he
Got
was
killed by a
grabbed.
got pulled in.
There's that guy. There's that guy.
There's that guy again. Man, he's everywhere. He must... Like, I don't know.
No,
Nope.
Nope.
that's Maba.
Oh,
So-
wait, look up. The guy who's
To
in
right
the
there.
air being pulled away.
Yeah.
There he is.
He was drowned by a terrible beast more than...
Of
or
course.
Yeah,
He
the
was
tentacles
on the, he was on the rudder.
Yeah, the tentacles around his foot.
Yeah.
It's either pulling him into the water, where he is going to be drowned by a terrible beast, or it's totally going to eat his ass. Not in the good way.
All right.
There's also one other thing that we've kind of slightly, sort of, maybe a little bit overlooked here.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, how in the fuck did they survive this shit?
Well, I guess we'll have to see, because there's a chapter after this chapter
Called
The Bargain. Maybe whatever was involved in the bargain caused the...
Dear Sea Satan, please
because
stop
you have
killing
to
us.
you do remember that there was a scene in the chapter after the bargain where the captain's like, I drove off the Kraken, or whatever.
Captain drove off the track. Or Captain came
Yeah,
up
they
from
were
below
like,
decks.
the captain drove off the...
Captain, yeah.
Drove off the Kraken.
Or whatever.
By making a devil's bargain.
Of some sort. Let's go find Mr. Nunzio Pasquale.
Yep.
I'm confused about who this guy
Oh,
is.
to the right there. The guy on the far right. That guy. He's the guy to immediate left.
He's the
So
guy that was
whoever
close.
that guy is, the guy to the right is his
Is
mate.
a steward.
Or steward or whatever, yeah. Because he's hanging out right next to him.
So he is an unknown steward.
I'm going to guess he's the fourth mate.
But we don't know
Based on where
that.
he's standing in the Justice at Sea thing.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, Mr. Pasqua, we're coming for you. We're gonna bring you to justice, or bring your killer to justice, or both. Maybe you killed someone too.
We're going to at least find out how you died.
With
I
our
know how
magical
he died, but-
bullshit watch.
Yeah.
Because, that's not a cheatsy item.
It doesn't need to be explained, and it never is explained.
Who is that? Is someone hurt? Senor Nichols, is that you? What are you doing down here?
Hello, yes. All fine here. Just, sorting some things.
What's your step? Here, let me help you.
He was not killed.
Nichols
He
killed
was
him.
killed, but he wasn't killed by Hawk Seng Lao.
Yeah.
Because he knocked this guy out
Hak Sing
Hak
Lao
Sing
was
Lao.
knocked out.
because he was trying to steal
He
that.
was stealing the... Nichols, you son of a bitch. And the Chinese top men mistranslated intentionally. Said,
Maybe?
no, he totally killed him intentionally.
Right.
Because he had that same Chinaman on the boat with
Or
him
he...
saying,
Either that, or he misunderstood him tragically.
I get the feeling it was intentional.
To what end, though?
Well, if the Chinaman has been promised a cut,
Maybe.
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 But, poor Mr. Pasquale. He was just seeing if everyone was alright.
and then murdered by Nichols.
Was murdered. Nichols has a lot of blood on his hands.
A lot.
He's a piece
This
of
unknown
shit.
soul is Nunzio Pasqua.
And
He
and
was,
he was
stabbed.
stabbed.
Killed by a
knifed.
sword. Knifed, yeah.
Knifed.
By...
Nichols.
Boom.
Nichols, you piece of shit.
Da-da-dum bum. Ba-da-dum bum.
Yep.
He was drowned. He wasn't eaten. I mean, that's
Okay.
good things, I suppose.
Eaten is not an option.
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
I thought I saw that on there. Or devoured or something. Consumed.
We're getting there.
That also tells us some other things. If we go to the calling, there's Edward Nichols, who's shot
Yep.
by a gun, by
As he should
Shio
be.
Khan, who, it might have been revenge. Remember
Well,
what he said here. They're back. Get the captain. Recover the boats. Wait, don't shoot. I have treasure. I yield.
Kablam.
Chio Tan might be the guy that was doing the translating because he
No,
he
Chio
knew
Tan
Nichols was a
would've- No, Chio Tan was one of the Fomorians. Or not the
No, he
Fomorians,
wasn't.
The,
He was a passenger, yeah?
he's not one of the Formosans.
Really?
He was not one of the Formosans. No. No, he was. Okay.
He was a Formos. Yeah. No,
Okay, so then yeah, he got revenge and shot him. So
yeah, because the other guard was the one that was killed due to his bullshittery.
yeah.
They say strange things about monsters.
So he's a top man who's a Chinese guy.
Is he a top man?
I mean, look at his outfit.
Yeah,
and he's up in the rigging.
He is one of the top men.
We haven't narrowed that down at all.
Yeah, there's
We've only got 3.
3 top men Chinaman. So it's can't really, like, process of elimination there, unfortunately.
However, one thing we do know... Second mate.
Yeah?
Sorry, I'm thinking.
I'm pretty sure we've got his second mate already pinned down as something happened to. Look at the stewards over there. Yeah, first mate. Yeah, so we know what happened to him.
We got all those correct. So that must mean that this guy is either the 3rd or 4th mate.
Mm-hmm.
And the 3rd or 4th mate. Okay. And that
we
this
just haven't
guy...
determined who is the other one. Do we have... I thought we had something where they mentioned one of those 2 guys' names, like Martin or the other one.
We do! Oh my god, we do! Yes. Hold on. Remember, I just replayed this like 3 days ago because I had to.
I mean, fair enough, yeah. Honestly, this is one of those games you want to play within 1 or 2 days.
1, 2, 3. And
3?
It was all because of what was in here. 3.
Who died? It was
Nunzio
Pasqua, Hak Seng
It's
Lao.
fucking, excuse me?
Game?
Yep.
In there somewhere!
Yeah?
Storm's coming!
Okay.
Finish your business and climb down here!
When you get to a certain point in this game, a storm comes for you.
Because we have all of the things.
For
we just
you.
Now have to, we just now have to figure out where everybody fits in.
No, we don't have all the things. We're still missing chapters.
No,
we're not.
That's the chapter we get at the end.
This
once
chapter
we
will
finish the
remain
book.
unknown until you leave the ship and return the book to me.
Okay, so what about the chapter after that? Because that's got some shit going on.
That's the
The
end.
chapter after that is Escape.
Yeah.
And we still haven't solved... Okay, so
Yep.
now we've done it... So this is
We've
basically...
found all of the past memories. Now we have to figure out what happened to everybody.
So,
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got all the clues. We need to put them together.
Now,
so
you said
there's one-
you wanted to know something about Martin?
Yeah, there was a guy named Martin.
Martin!
Yeah.
This guy is Martin.
So that guy is Martin, yeah. So, that means we can know that he's the 3rd mate. The person standing next to him is the 3rd mate's steward or whatever.
No, it's not.
Or one of these guys. Whoever it is that isn't, like, known. If we have an unknown steward. But this guy's the other guy. 4th mate.
4th mate.
And that guy is the 4th mate steward. So do we have a steward somewhere that we're missing?
Go back down to the stewards on the stairs. Top guy, we know...
They're all named.
First, ship's mate, second mate,
unless ship's steward
mate.
Unless ship's steward is
Oh, wait,
different...
no, I'm sorry. This is my fault. I named this guy incorrectly.
Okay.
So, gunner's mate, I'm assuming, is... Look to the guy in the... Oh, nope, to the right a little more. Guy by the mast. Hat. Okay, so we know him. He's the bosun. He had a hat, so I thought he was the gunner's mate. Dave, you might be right. That guy right there, that might be the gunner's mate. The dude with the striped shirt.
I'm telling you, it's the gunner's mate. Oop.
That is the
he is
bosun's mate.
French, and he is wearing a striped shirt.
Is he French? Have we heard him
He's
talk?
Polish. Olus. He disappeared
Have we
into
heard
Doom.
him speak?
No.
No,
Well,
because
we might have, but we don't.
the bosun's mate is French.
Right.
The bosun's like, where's my Frenchman? That is the bosun's mate. So,
Yeah.
who is... How many French people...
the Frenchman?
Who is the Frenchman? How many French people we got on this?
How many Frenchmen?
We got on the ship, yeah.
One left.
So,
where is my Frenchman? So there was the guy that said, "Where is my Frenchman? Let's go find out."
That's the bosun. The bosun is saying, "Where's my Frenchman?" So the bosun's mate is the Frenchman.
We identified the bosun.
The bosun's mate, it's listed in the book as the...
Yeah, no, I'm saying the bosun's mate is the Frenchman, but at no point... Yeah, where's my Frenchman?
Your mate was torn apart.
So let's go back to the Doom and see if we can't find...
Someone that was...
Go back and look at that guy. Was he the dude in the hat?
Which guy?
Who's the guy that got... No, the one who has his arm ripped off. Dave, turn around. Look at the guy who has his arm ripped off.
That's the bosun. That's the bosun.
I know. I just... what... Okay. Now go back to the last thing of the Doom.
Downstairs, Dave.
Yep, through the door. Through the magic door. The magic pass door.
The door, Dave, the door.
And do you want me to go to the Doom Part 8?
Yeah, because that guy was standing next to the dude in the striped shirt, I'm pretty sure. And so if that dude got his arm ripped off by...
No, that's not the Doom Part 8.
Doom Part 8 is the lady in the bunk.
It's the lady in the bunk.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure that dude in the hat right there was next to the dude in the striped shirt. And they were both attacking the
Kraken.
The Kraken. So if he got his arm ripped off and whatever, and he's like, "Where's my Frenchman?" or whatever, not the over there.
The squid.
He got his arm ripped off right here.
So his arm is that guy right there.
I would assume that guy is the bosun's mate.
So that is the Frenchman. So it's not Oslo Waters. It's Charles Minor.
And he was drowned by a beast.
Torn apart. No, he was torn apart because they said.
Oh yeah, they did say torn apart.
He was torn apart by a terrible
beast.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Them logical deductions. Got the fourth mate right.
Crushed by a
steward.
Loose cannon.
Yep.
Torn apart by a terrible beastie.
Poor guy.
I know, that kind of sucks.
Alright.
Alright. There's more that we can find out.
Yes.
Well, we have all the clues. We should be able to find out all of it.
Yes.
I'm going to assume that this man was drowned by the beast. Because he was probably one of the people on the boat, right?
No, he was probably one of the... I think he was the guy that was falling from the rigging.
He disappeared in the Doom. You can see what his fate was there.
Yeah, if you go back to if you just drop the book or whatever.
It's Doom Part 7.
No, Part 8. There's like a guy falling from the rigging somewhere. Up to the right.
Yeah, he gets drowned by a terrible beast.
Yeah.
So we don't know his name.
No, but he is one of the Chinese top men.
Yes. We're going to have to make some assumptions. They did say that.
Well, we can go to, we can go looking in the bunk for the 3 Chinese top men's bunks, which is like 41 through 43, and see if there's like anything we can use.
Right.
To identify them.
Let's try doing that.
Is there anything
for anybody that's wondering
on that dude, like body-wise, that you can identify?
Not from this angle. He's in a lot of different...
He got crazy socks, he got funky shoes.
No, he just got black shoes, no tattoos. He's wearing shorts.
Yeah. No, there's nothing there.
Okay.
Alright, so we want to go to one of the sickness things, an illness.
The illness. Which is
down
one more down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Turn around. Let me out. Okay.
Turn around.
This is not the right floor.
No, it is the right floor. It's just the wrong scene.
Remember, you gotta go through. Look at the body that's wrapped up instead of the dude being dragged up.
Yeah, that guy. Alright, so we're looking for 41 through 43.
51, 53, okay.
So across the hall.
56, 58.
Other way. Oh, yeah, over here. So these are all the Russians hanging out in their thing.
Yeah.
And
38,
40. 59, 39. 38
so we got
and 39.
one of them.
Yeah.
Well, the 41 is the one.
well,
It's
that's
41
the
through
striped
43.
sock guy, so we know about him.
Do we?
Yeah, we already got him.
Yeah, 39 is striped. I'm pretty sure we've got 39 striped socks.
And then 41 back there. 37.
37. Oh, he's the one with the tattoo on his arm.
Yes.
Oh,
So-
shit,
okay.
he is. 37 is arm tattoo man, so that means, Oh, shit, what other memory was he in?
Well, we'll see.
No, go to the crew list.
Like, I think we already got Tattoo Man, didn't we?
No, we didn't. We identified the tattoo, but we never found him.
37.
Up. 37 is Timothy
Okay, so he's
Udeman.
the only unknown non-Russian top man.
Or
Yes.
non-Chinese top man.
No, wait, because we have an
to
English
the
guy.
go to the electrocution thing.
I don't think we...
It was
We
the
did
one guy
not.
that was electrocuted. I think that was at the beginning of Soldiers of the Sea.
Yeah.
That guy. So go to that memory. The dude that fell down onto the top rigging there. Or the... We don't know
He's
that
not
guy.
Timothy Butamate, but you
No.
can show where he is on
But-
the map.
but we
Show
can-
memories on the deck map.
Yeah, he's landed on the top deck.
That's where you
That's-
are.
Okay, so he is...
He landed on
Here.
that little, like, middle spinny thing in the
Yeah,
middle of the hangar.
the capstan in the
Yeah.
middle of the top deck. Yeah.
So we gotta go there. Or Dave can ignore us, that's fine.
I'm thinking Unholy Captives. I'm trying to see where he is. Unholy Captives Part 2.
Oh, so you can see, like, have
Kind of-
visions of where he is or whatever.
Yeah, just so we might be able to identify him a bit better.
Because I don't think we looked in this one.
Was that
Yeah.
the
We didn't
same
see his
China
arm.
man that was taken? No. Because that guy right there, Unholy Captives...
Talk about
So go to one of these memories.
yeah, we need to go to Unholy Captives 1.
Yeah. And then we can see if we can't find out who Timothy Butamate is.
I can tell you who he is. He's in the electrocuted thing.
We looked, didn't we?
No. That we saw a dude with the tattoo in that particular memory, and we're like, who is that?
All
It's
right.
an easily identifiable
Dave,
thing.
Just do that.
Go to the top cap.
No, the capstan.
Other,
No, not up there,
No.
Dave. In the middle of the deck.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Using these nautical terms, I'm a landlubber.
You don't know what a capstan is?
No.
Okay, go up to the top there.
There he is. No, that's Maba.
Nope, because not him. Up further.
It's also
That
his
was-
left arm.
That was Striped Socks Man. Nope, look up on top of his top. Okay, look, find the other dudes behind you now.
Oh yeah, his right arm. Yeah.
One of these dudes' arms has the tattoo on it. That's why we were
Pretty
like,
sure that's
"Oh!"
a Russian guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our Russian dude.
Okay, look at the other
So-
dudes. There's like more
Well,
dudes.
just
in
hold on, Mal. Chill out.
Chill! Jesus, let me do things.
We can mark these dudes off. All right.
And this is
I
the
don't
only
see a
guy that's-
tattoo.
Yeah, but this is the only
I'm
other
not
guy
good.
who's not Chinese.
But there's also an English topman.
Yeah, there's you.
If you scroll down another, that guy.
Yeah, you're making assumptions, Dave. There is a dude up here with a tattoo that was clearly visible.
No, there wasn't. I don't know what
Yes,
you're
there
talking about.
was. Jump
Please
down
tell me
one.
where. There's a dude getting electrocuted.
Yes, we know
No.
that guy's getting electrocuted. Go back.
That guy. No, that's the
Nope,
Indian guy.
That's the Indian guy. Okay, stop. No. There is a dude to
Uh-huh.
the right. Down.
Yes.
Right. No.
That's Maba. Do you mean this
okay,
guy?
that's the Chinese
There's another
guy.
Chinese man.
Fuck, go back, look at those dudes again, because I know one of them up here had...
Are you sure this isn't like a scenario of like the Mandela effect or something, where you're tricking yourself into believing that there's a thing that wasn't there?
It says there's 14 people present.
I'm sure
These people are hauling on a line.
Oh God, what are they What are they hooked up to?
They're trying to secure. They're securing the rigging.
The rigging, because it's fucking storming.
He
like
might be one
bitch.
of. He might be one of those guys down there.
No, because he was a top man. I swear to God, I've seen the tattoos somewhere.
I believe you that you've seen it, but I don't think he was up there. So let's go to the other.
So unholy captives.
Yeah, let's just go to that.
Which is 6? No, 5, right?
Oh, look at the book.
Yeah, it's 5. Okay.
All right. And that's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does any of these dudes have a sweet tattoo on their arm?
About these things, about the chest and your dead friends.
That's the Frenchman. Alright, these guys are seamen.
And none of them have the tattoo.
How about that guy on the rigging over there? Well, we know that he is.
It's not about what he is, it's about where he is.
That's them pulling the statue back in. Or chest or whatever.
That guy.
He's the surgeon. He's the Chinese guy.
Captain.
You're the captain.
Dead dude. You are. No.
Not you. Not you. Not you. Look up. Is there like anybody in the rigging? No,
Nope.
there is not. But he's one of these guys.
No.
He has to. No, he has to be because it says he's in this memory.
Yes, it says he is in this memory.
That's a. All right, hold on. How many people are in here? 15 others present.
No,
so we got.
He's the dude that got spiked.
No, he's not the dude that got spiked. That's a Chinaman.
No, like he was one of the other dudes that got because it said unknown terrible beat. Like no, check that guy. Who's that?
Well, that's not the topman.
Yeah, he's not a topman.
Because he was in. Remember, he was in the Doom, so he didn't die here.
No, the dude to the right. Dude to the right that's standing.
Wait a goddamn
left,
second.
Turn left.
Hold on.
Turn left. Guy right there. That guy. Who's
This
that guy?
He's another Chinese man.
He is a Chinaman? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So, wait a second. I just realized something.
Yeah.
It says there's 2 people dying here.
Yeah, the dude that's holding the Chinese,
guy.
the Formosan, got spiked.
Oh, right. I forgot it
You
went
can
all the way
see it
through.
going through him.
Yeah, sorry. My bad.
So I'm assuming that the Timothy Butament, or whatever, is one of the dudes on the capstan.
He
right
has
now.
to be. Right.
He's one of these guys.
So, Timothy Butament
Is a Scottishman.
Hold on. Go back to table of contents. The crew. No, wait.
What are you doing?
Thinking. Sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to get there. Okay.
So we have...
I'm
Hold on,
trying
go
to figure
back to that list real quick. Just humor me. Alright, so scroll down a little bit. Alright, so we have 2 people that aren't Russian or Chinese that we know of. There's Lewis Walker, a topman, and Timothy Butament, a Scotsman.
Right.
So...
Wait!
Mm-hmm.
Scotsman.
Yeah.
Yep.
The dude who was shot by Nichols.
In which scene?
Murder. The murder, where they were running away with the people. That dude was Scottish. Go back to that, and check if that dude's got anything on his arm. See, he's got something there. See?
Yeah, you can see it right there. Yep.
Let's go back and double check. But I think you might be onto something.
There's a reason Scotsman was sticking in my head. I was like, I've heard a Scottish accent.
That was up here? No.
You can mark it on the deck. Like if you go to the murder.
It was the first one, right? Or
No, it was the third one.
That one.
Oh, it was the one hanging outside the window.
Oh,
Yeah.
right! Oh, that's gross.
Poor dude.
Which means he got shot, fell off, and then hung there, and his leg got ripped off.
Ah!
Yep.
But also, he was there the entire time.
There's that
That's
tattoo.
fucking him!
Which means we can identify who the Englishman is.
Because he's the last one.
He's the last one who's not Chinese as a top man.
Now listen to the voice here, though.
Give it up.
Bang!
So if we go back
it up.
to the Doom... No, sorry, Soldiers of the Sea,
Soldiers
right?
of Sea electrocuted dude, because there's only...
Well, no, but there were 14 others present.
Yeah, but they would all be up in the top rigging or whatever. So, like, that guy is the Englishman.
Yeah! Shot by Nichols.
Got the last Russian.
Yep. And that's the guy that was clubbed by the captain at the end.
Yep.
And that was the last topman.
Well, other than the Chinese guys, but...
Yeah.
45. We have 15
Damn.
to go.
Close, close, close.